Good evening, and welcome back to all my many wanderers. I am the Grundum Cat. That is a low-flying aircraft outside my window if it's coming through the microphone, and this is episode 6 of our inexplicably and often inconsistently fully voiced long play of the Banner Saga, or the Banner Saga 1, the first game of 3 of the Banner Saga. Where did we? Okay. Our caravans have convened. We made it to uh, the large and impressively walled and comparatively defensible city of Arbering, one of the two great Boersgard, one of the two great human cities still in the north. And frying pan meet fire. Our backs are against the wall. Our current plan is to build some boats, hopefully longships, to sail down the river all the way to the ocean, getting away from the dredge and whatever is worse than the dredge. Okay, giant mountain-eating moray eel lamprey-looking thing. That's probably worse than the dredge. Confirmed. Anyway, we're gonna have some choices to make, and let's dive into it. I suppose it's not going to get any easier the more we look at it. I believe we reviewed the market previously, as I can possibly do. Yes, supplies are in short supply and quite expensive. And go figure, we have renown finally, and now everything is too expensive to buy. Sometimes it be that way. Maybe the real enemy that the Dredge are fleeing from was capitalism. You find Ivor standing on the city walls overlooking the fields outside. Dredge are keeping their distance, but continue to gather. I'm okay, Rook. Ivor cuts you off before you can say anything. You know he's been through worse. This feels like someone should cut us a break every now and then. If we want to be standing a month from now, we're going to have to be prepared. We do not have a month worth of supplies. What do you have in mind, old man? First off, our clansmen need a place to stay. They'll be torn to pieces out in the streets. I'll keep an eye on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're done for, so we'll have to keep them back. We could always use a hand with that. We need to know who's controlling what and make sure we get our cut. Food's going to become scarce. And when they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away. Yeah. Which problem would you like? Yeah. What a damn mess. I'll do what I can. Is Rook sounding more grizzled in this session, or is it just me? Ivor explains. I'm leading attacks with Ivan every time the dredge gets too close to the gates. Listen, we're going to lose fighters and Varl every day like this. I don't need to tell you what happens if nobody's manning this wall. We could always use help. So, option 1 for our time, help defend the gates. Okay. I don't want to immediately abnegate command, though Krumer is a baddie. He's definitely seen some trouble before. He's also a Varl, however, which means he may not appreciate comparatively delicate human fragility as a war leader. Our first goal has to be finding a place for our 453 non-combatants. Again, mostly women and children, and families in the old, to stay. So, first day's use, find a safe place for the caravan to stay. We'll join Ivor defending the walls tomorrow. The entire caravan is spread out in the streets where they're attracting attention. We could look for a public house, suggests Zayla, like Frostfella. You figure that if you made camp in the open, you could at least keep everyone together. Or with people leaving the city recently, there might be abandoned houses you could squat in. Oh. Choices. Looking for abandoned houses is going to is like, that's just Bergendry, right? Like we've just become an armed gang fighting for control of the municipality. So no, make camp in an open space, keeping everyone together. A fine choice, but it also is going to make us a like every thief in the city is going to be showing up at night to rob our campsite under dark. I feel like if we set up in the open, gather in a public rest house. At least there's a door, right? At least we can have a supply cache which is guarded. And yeah, I think I feel like that's the best choice. Most of the caravan convenes in a large rest house that is nearly empty. The owner tells you people are either afraid to go out in the streets or have already left the city and they've been attacked a number of times for any valuables. But your people are welcome to stay if they wish. We're going to leave some fighters to protect... Yeah, we're going to stay here and we're going to leave some fighters to protect the house. This is going to take a while. We need some center of operation in this hostile city. You take volunteers to keep watch of the rest house, which the owners are thankful for. Hopefully they won't be missed in the wall, but you feel better knowing that your clansmen will be relatively safe. Alright, 20 fighters for a secure garrison. That is worth our effort. 14 Varl costs more. We are gonna meet up with Ivor and then join him in the defense. Ivor points out the drudge along the wall. There's a lot more of them, and they're getting braver. We lost a fair number of fighters since yesterday. We could use your help. There's nobody left to defend the walls. Yeah, it's a lost condition. I get it. One of your clansmen from the caravan finds you. Just want to tell you that everything seems to be fine. He says regarding the people in the caravan, there was a little scuffle with some looters, but the fighters left. Yes. That's okay. That's what we wanted. That's worth the trade, right? We don't have that much supplies left, so we can't have looters cleaning us out. Any of these tasks will take a full day. We're going to join Ivor in defending the walls. They've been a little more aggressive lately, says Ivor. But their numbers are going up. They don't take us seriously unless we're taking out 2 for every 1 we lose. We also might have to pay some of the exorbitant rates for supplies pretty soon. Because I don't know how successful foraging is going to be when it costs a whole day. That's plenty of archers. I like Nid, but we're pretty good. Ivor is Ivor is in the party. We're gonna toss Gunnulf into the line. We'll actually put him ahead of Ivor, right after the archer line gets their turns, and let's see how we do. Ideally, we're going to be able to play fairly consistently and see if we can get like one of the, hey, do you want to go for another round options? And just minimize damage for the day. Okay, what do we got? Destroyer, warrior, just a grunt, and then 2 slingers. A slag, okay, slag slinger and sun slinger. Slag slinger, I believe, is the ones that have the exploding rocks. So, how's their formation doing? This is the real. This guy's going to be the immediate concern. This destroyer is going to take at least a full round to get into the fight. So, we're going to move Odd over. So that she can hopefully booby trap. I don't know if he's going to come forward or sideways first, but I guess we'll find out. And okay, strong front line, a little risky, but the numbers I think are in our favor. Well, I feel like I'm relatively convinced that I can ensure that he will come forward by putting a nice juicy archer alone right there. It is the slingers going first, but we got a trap. We're gonna put it down. More time is more time. Okay. The destroyer is next. Yeah, that's like 2 rounds to get close to us. So we have a little time. We can play a little smart. We can stack a body with a let. They're arching at a college level. We don't want to body block with Rook, so okay, yeah, it's gonna be a touch before the destroyer can go again. We've got time to work on him, not like a lot, but I think we can get a pretty good. Yeah, okay, we can. I mean, okay, if I strip 3 armor, then Sky Strike is gonna really hurt him, but he also might go in another direction, so let's just do the strike damage. Let's just be safer. Oh yeah, we can put Gunelf straight up and take a chunk. I'm much happier about 10-9 than I am about 10-20, let me tell you. If I run Ivor up to club this guy, is that going to make the... You know, he's weakened. It won't do much damage even if he does decide to skip the trap card. Yeah, I kind of thought that'd be the case, but only an armor hit. Effectively no harm, no foul. Oh, you calling for friends, huh? You think it's gonna work for you? Okay, so we can do... It's a lot of willpower usage on odd, but we could pretty much blitz him. Okay, actually, let's pay attention to their turn order. Let's not overthink this. Let's not underthink this either. But, 9-9. Yeah. Okay. If we without using willpower, odd breaks so much armor. Rude. And that will... Alright, Rook will be able to finish him off, because I want to... Oh, I can't actually quite get close enough to snipe that fella. Well, if he brings in friends, he brings in friends. We'll introduce ourselves. Just hit my baby girl? That's not cool. Promotion! They grow up so fast. Oh, Ivor too, actually, and I think he still has some growth potential. Well, we've got Renown, and not doing anything else with it. Except for maybe paying way too much for supplies to attempt to feed off desperate starvation. That's probably going to happen. Okay, let's go to the Hall of Heroes here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were both level 3. We'll promote Ivor. Because why have 15 strength when you can have 17? Plus whatever he gets from other items. What is he equipped with? +1 will per kill. Oh, I feel like we have better than that. +3 will or +2 move. You know, for a Varl, +2 move is really good because Varl are kind of slow. He lost the arm, he's got faster. It was just weighing him down. He didn't even need it. And Alet. She doesn't necessarily hit harder, but we can give her more armor or more exertion, both of which are valuable. Again, if she's taking hits, we're already in a lot of trouble. So let's say extra exertion and extra willpower, so she can land the big shots when she needs to, and maybe she needs to be a big shot, you know. This is bad, says Ivan, as Ivor points across the battlefield. Aside from the fact that we're up to our next dredge, a stone singer showed up. If we don't deal with it... Oh, okay. Aside from the fact that we're up to our next dredge, a stone singer showed up. If we don't deal with it, this wall will come down by the end of the day. Dad, there's a riot at the docks. Hila runs up to you out of breath. They're trying to smash up the boats. When you calm her down, she says the ravens are there, but she's worried that things will get out of hand with the ravens involved. But Stone Singer. It's only going to get more desperate. We have a force defending the docks. I mean, they're not ours. It's Bolvark, excuse me, and his ravens. And you know, if you want to deter people from the docks, I think they'll be fine for it. We're going to see if we can keep that Stone Singer from tearing down the front wall of the city. That Stone Singer is going to wreak havoc on us if we don't take care of it, Ivor tells you. This will be a rough fight, but we've got to take it down. You ready? Yeah, we ready. We born ready. We gotta buy some supplies, no matter how much they cost. That lineup went pretty well. I'm confident about that. Is Alet a higher level than her father? Yes, but he also had higher stats to start with. So, and isn't that what you really want? You want the children to grow past you. You want them to be, you know, more and better than you were. You want them to shoot a Stone Singer because those things are dangerous. Okay, we'll want to get Rook out of the way so that he doesn't body block Ivor. We'll put the rest of the line like so. Slingers are going to be obnoxious. I almost feel like instead of trying to trap, I can summon. You know, I think trying to lay the trap is still the better choice because everyone else is gonna. We're gonna be leaving that side wide open because we're gonna have to go for this guy in the back. Yeah. We can work with this. We've worked with less. Actually. Yeah, Gunelf's a beast. If he can get in there, if these guys come any closer, he can do some damage. I like this. I'm happy to be part of this plan. He said, as ever, with unearned confidence. Stone Singer is first, then a Slinger, then... Okay, that guy doesn't go for a little while. Odd. Get in there. So we can do 5 damage for an enemy, which may or may not come into melee. Probably won't. Or totally strip armor. Yeah, when in doubt, do hit point damage. Archers. Okay, not thrilled about the explosives being placed on my crew, but you know how it goes. No, 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 no. Now, that was the risk. We're I hope we don't get a wound on odd lead. Come on, shoot somebody else. It's the exact opposite of what I wanted you to do. Well, a wound will be bad, but I guess we can sub her in for Nid if we need to. If we need another archer, or if we just need a stronger front line. That's... So I like how the Dredge Horde has gotten thicker on every screen, and now Bellower and a bunch more Stone Singers have arrived. Okay, no wound on Odd. Okay, all right. Not so bad. How's the market looking? Not great. Okay, we're gonna buy enough for 2 more days of supplies. And let's see how doomed we are. I think pretty doomed. This morning, says Ivor, I saw him. Bellower's here. I think it won't be long now. Ivan leans silently on the staff nearby. Ugh. I mean, the gate is only getting worse, and I feel like, I'm not. Like I'd love to see how the docks are doing, but if it's just going to be that Boulevard, chopped a bunch of people in half, which I suspect is what has happened. We still don't have any wounds, and we are very much playing for time. So let's buy ourselves some space. More combat. I'll be honest with you, Ivor says. There's too many of them. We're just delaying the inevitable at this point. You catch his eye. Still got to try, say. How you doing, Eggle? We can get one more body on him and boost his armor. That'd be nice. Probably not going to get 4 with a let. That's fine. Back into the mix. It's like bring your daughter to work day. That's a lot of dredge. Most of them are children. Okay. What do we got? A stone guard and okay, 2 stone guards and 1 scourge, and not even a scourge destroyer. Just we've got a lot of bodies to manage. It's all melee though. They have no slingers. It's good to know that we've been most efficient at thinning out their ranks of women and children. I'm sure that'll be great for the peace after the war, if there is such a thing. Okay. We can get Odd to buy a space with that stone guard. I really like Gunnulf on this rank here. If he can close some distance and blend any of this group that pulls off. Eagle is very much being used as a what's the word? There's a technical bait. That's the technical term. Okay, who? Oh yeah. So yeah, poor timing for them with their scourge body blocked on front, and the furthest he can make it is up here, or just patrol the back ranks. Not going to complain. When does this stone guard get to go? Off of the chart. Last in the order. Okay. At that point, do I want to trap him, or do we want to just try and bury him? Where does Odd have to... A little risky with her just shrugging off terrible wounds, but I think I can make this work. Because she is an armor break machine! But that is gonna... Oh, okay, that's gonna use an awful lot of Alet's motion, but... Okay. Just enough. Cost a lot of willpower. Bodied a lot of dredge. Okay, solid. Not my intended placement for Gunnulf, but I'm not going to turn down an opportunity. Not one as juicy as that. Puts Ivor in the line of fire, but it also locks down this flank pretty well. I think that's a fair choice. Why you bully me? Why you do that? Why you come over here? Why you gotta be that way? 90% chance for a knockout. It's a real slobber knocker. Okay. Okay, hit on Ivor, but not much of one. That's what we like. Okay, can do 5 or... This armor break, all eyes within range attack. Yeah, I think we will go ahead and use Mark Prey on the big fella, because we have Ivor in melee range. Which means Ivor will get a free swing. more damage than we would have done otherwise for less spirit. Okay, Tempest is clockwise. So we start with this guy, we only use one exertion, and we shouldn't blend Eagle. Yes. Not a bad day's work. Keeping everybody up, that's the important part, and promotions. Bellower's still a problem. If he's gonna wait us out. Got a good 13 defense is really good, especially for a human character. And he's got dodge strength. Yeah, that's not doing him any real good. Extra will. He doesn't have a lot of exertion. That's kind of wasted. Strength resist is good, well, especially with his high armor. It'll be very easy to keep him in the fight. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Still the question of what do we do with the time available to us? What do you think, Ivor? As the horde is now spreading around the wall, like all the way around the wall, unfed. Ivor, you begin. Can we really keep this up? Ivor looks like he hasn't slept for days. He grunts something unintelligible. The weight of the situation is crushing. Then, from far in the distance, you hear a horn. Dredge don't use horns, it occurs to you. Ivan appears at your side just as a long caravan of people comes to view, Dredge turning to attack them. Who is that? You ask. Oh, it can't be, says Ivan. He runs towards the gates, shouting, You see their banner? It's Hakon! As you wonder how they got here, the gates are heaved open and you charge onto the field, clearing a path through Dredge. Yo, counterattack this stuff. One more day's battle. That's the trick. Always one more. Oh, this ain't even as hard as the last fight. That's okay. A tougher stone guard, but I'll fight Colossus. I ain't too proud. If I think he's gonna start trouble, that ain't happening. And yeah, we're gonna swap Ivor to run the flank, and anyone we draw into the center is turned into jam by Gunnulf. And, okay, yep, Colossus is number 2 in their initiative. He's definitely going to have to move forward to do his thing. So, we're just going to give him a little feel-bad sensation. And don't do a lot of strength damage, but it don't have to. That's not the point. When is that Colossus going to get its next turn? Sooner if we stack bodies before then, but I am inclined to stack bodies. So, I believe, and I'll be very silly if I'm wrong about this. Oh, actually, no, using Mark Prey isn't going to help, because Odd will be able to make a regular attack, but he has so much armor that is not going to accomplish anything. So we are going to help her solve that problem. Let the other line come closer, and we'll let the Varl head out to teach them a lesson in complacency. Speaking of which, it's your boy! Okay, +2 movement on Ivor was a good choice. Bad for the dredge, but yeah. Ah, and he can't. Yep, and he tried to do the big knockback, but alas, Gunnulf was body blocked. I've been saying, gotta watch that positioning. All that armor. Not thrilled about the explosives, but that is the downside of clustering somewhat and making use of close quarters to control any movement. Some of them throw grenades. Also, my God, Aelette has leveled up multiple times since reaching the city. She's a sledge-fighting machine. Juno! I wasn't sure I'd ever see you again, Ivan. She smiles in the embrace. Ivan's completely taken aback, as though he doesn't believe she's real. I don't believe she's real. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to Sigerholm. I ran into problems. This is... Okay. Like, don't feel bad, Juno. We didn't wait. You weren't there. We left. Problems, putting it lightly. There's a mile-wide canyon practically splitting the world in two over those hills. Couldn't find a place to cross. Worse, dredge are practically falling out of it like blood from a wound. They're not coming from the north anymore. They're everywhere. We noticed. I'm glad to see you made it out alive, Ingvar. I take it the others didn't. Hakon becomes quiet, then he motions towards Juno. We got across somehow. Found her out cold for a second time since leaving Strain. We'll need every axe we can get right now. Bellower is here. Gods be damned, I thought I was free of that menace. I will deal with Bellower. Bold talk. Come on. No need to tempt him by standing out here. Hakon's caravan enters the city, fighting off waves of dredge as they go. To your relief, hundreds of skilled warriors now safely in Boersgard. Yeah, his caravan was all the fighters, ours was all the clansmen. The band is back together, and they brought a month's worth of supplies. Whew! Defense doesn't have to hold forever, just long enough. Hakon joins you on the wall with his personal bodyguard, Moger. Behind him, the Prince Ludin stands alone. Look at Ludin's still alive, guys. We're still dragging him around. I have one last trip to make. I need this one to come with me, she says, pointing to you. I'm sorry, Ivan. You must wait for me one last time. Do not let the city fall before I return. It takes everything within Ivan's power to hold back, but he does. She turns to you. Rook?
Come with me. We'll return in 2 days. Maybe less if you're as quick as you look. Tell anyone who needs to know.
The important so the important questions when a sorceress shows up and says, "Hey, yo, we're doing a thing. Come on." You ask where, and you ask why. Because, hey, lady, you see, all of my family and remaining friends and kith and kin are in this city, and you want to travel?
Not far,
Says Juno. She pauses, and something shifts in your vision for just a moment.
I know it's hard,
She says, her voice filling your head. Oh, good, she's telepathic.
and you've already been through a lot.
As she speaks again, the rest of the world melts away.
But you're needed.
You can't find the words to argue. I feel like this point should be argued. Oh, it's just it's us in a cart with one ox. That is a lot of dredge. That is a lot of their those aren't stone singers with the one spear, but like those are their, I think, like leadership caste. You don't remember leaving the city, but here you are, walking through unfamiliar ground behind Juno. You're alone, aside from hundreds of dredge, who are all facing toward an enormous stone ahead. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. At the terror in each sip and in each sup. Will you partake of that last offered cup, or disappear into the potter's ground?
We're at the Godstone of Stravshe.
You glance nervously around, but the dredge didn't seem to hear her.
It's okay. You can speak. Softly.
Is this where you're gonna sacrifice me? Good question. This man has been paying attention. I'm not sure he's been watching the stream, but that is the exactly correct response. Juno smiles. What could have come across as profoundly creepy? It looks sincere instead.
No, the dredge cannot see us. To be more precise, they can see us, but I've convinced them to be unconcerned. I can understand your apprehension, though.
I want to point out, I'm much more apprehensive of any spellcaster capable of affecting the minds of hundreds of hostile beings of an entirely different modus of life and do it like casually. That's terrifying. Who are you?
I wish we'd had time for a proper introduction. My name is Juno. I am on the Mender Council. You've met Ivan, my apprentice.
How are you doing these things? Controlling minds? I thought Menders built things and healed wounds.
You're right. Menders do these things. Some of us still practice the teachings given to the Loom Mother's first creations. We are called Valka. I believe I am the only one who can influence another's mind.
Why not take control of Bellower?
I learned the talent to heal minds, not control them. Though even some Valka have trouble believing this. Taking control of Bellower, it is the difference between convincing a child to sit still and telling a starving bear to stop being hungry. The truth is, we're rarely a match for the Sunder anymore. Our advantage is that we can train more Valka. It is also our weakness. The Valka pass on and lose their knowledge, while the Sunder simply grow older and more powerful. Bellower is both immortal and beyond my influence. To a point.
Well, then how do we stop him?
The God of Secrets will play a part, as will you.
You may have noticed, even in the small time that we had Juno on screen, like, when she is not speaking with Ivan, she doesn't answer questions directly, right? Oh, I'm a Valka, I can influence minds, and then immediately goes into a and here's the conflict of the Menders and the Valka versus the Sunder and the Drift. And it's like, oh yeah, that's fascinating. But like, I feel like it fails to answer the thrust of the question. You know, yeah, what are we doing out here?
Do you know of the god Stravje? Few know this stone exists, even amongst those who have lived their whole lives in Boersgard. When Dengler deals in fortune, Stravje taught men the value of trade in a different way. He showed them it has consequence. Two sides of the same coin.
Oh, he's the bad luck god. It's a lousy job, and of any pantheon, someone's got to do it.
See the silver in the stone? The gales up here wear away the stone, but the metal remains. We need a piece of this silver. The god Stravj is wreathed by imagery of silvery weapons. The myths say he traded these weapons to the gods, and they used them to kill each other. Those who seek out the stone call him the god of trade. The Menders call him the god of secrets. He was both.
And we are surrounded by dredge. Why?
They seem to be drawn to the godstone. There are many things we don't know about Stravs. Maybe they see him as a patron, or it is an attraction they cannot explain.
Does Stravs have something to do with that serpent in Einertoft? What was that thing?
I cannot say.
Can't?
I have my suspicions. But until I've had time at the Mender libraries, it would be unwise to speculate.
Like, she had a conversation with it where it announced that it was born to devour the world at the end of time and that something had gone wrong. This is someone who knows more than they are willing to share.
For all our knowledge, it always seems as though we know little.
Imagine how the rest of us feel.
On the contrary, the less people know, the more certain they tend to be.
Why me? Why don't you take Ivan? Or Hakon? You don't even know me.
I apologize for putting you in danger. Ivan must keep Boersgard from falling while we are away. And if something goes wrong here, I need to be certain one of us makes it back alive. I saw the thoughts of each person when I arrived in Boersgard. You were the only one I knew would return.
We're gonna have a slight discussion about you casually ransacking my brain, lady. What do you mean?
You would find your way back to Alet no matter what.
Oh, I'm gonna. Ooh. Yeah, okay. I know. She's our best hope at dealing with the ancient, immortal, unkillable, ferocious demigod Dredge, laying siege to the city. But ooh, you keep Alet's name out of your mouth. All right. Oh yeah, I'm totally manipulating you because you care so much about your daughter. Cool though, right? Oh, we're gonna have words, Juno. Let's get what we need and go.
You'll need to dislodge at least a fistful of the metal. We will forge it into an arrow to slay Bellower.
Oh, wait, I heard everything you've told me. Make a magic arrow to shoot Bellower? That's all it takes? Why didn't you do that a long time ago? The Juno gets a faraway look in her eyes.
No, that is not all it takes. What I tell you now must not be repeated. The arrow will not kill Bellower. Even were it to strike his heart, he has no physical weaknesses. But it will sow doubt in his mind. When it pierces him, I will help him to believe that he is dying. The rest of you will convince him of it with sword and axe. Everyone who fights at your side must believe it to be true.
You're gonna trick him into thinking he's dead. That is the most insane. You really can't be killed.
No. Someday he will awaken and realize he's not dead. I imagine he will be quite upset. First, we must make the arrow. Focus on the task at hand.
She looks knowingly at the Godstone, waiting for you to start climbing.
Rook, I am not certain how the dredge will react when you do this. And behind us is a sudden drop. So be careful.
Well, she's not lying about the drop. Approaching the back of the stone, you start to climb, looking for a loose piece of the silver vein. Even without looking out onto the dredge, you can feel each sinister face watching you closely. Held back only by Juno's influence, panic races through your blood. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Let's not botch this. Just like climbing a tree. Climb higher where it might be easier to move. More weather. Making less of a commotion, one hopes. As you climb, you can't help but notice the stony masks of dredge lined up before the Godstone, like worshippers before an idol. Just a glimpse nearly immobilizes you. Your hand rests on a piece of silver that comes away easily. The dredge do not react. I mean, do I want to press my luck? We could try to press our luck. It doesn't hurt to have redundancy. While you're here, you glance quickly around to see if there's any more low-hanging fruit. You're able to pry away another smaller piece of silver ore before your nerves give out. You nimbly descend to where Juno is waiting. "Well done," she says. As you walk back through the dredge, their heads turn in unison to follow. The dread that lingers and the shaking in your hands does not subside for hours. Yeah, no, that's... Oh, sweet. Okay, we got a free item because we took 2 pieces. Okay. You approach the gates of Boersgard again, relieved that they're still standing. It looks like they took a beating while you were gone. Ailette rushes to your side and throws her arms around you once you've crept through the gates. Juno smiles at the reunion and tells you, "Take this time with your daughter. Find a smith who can fashion an arrow from that silver. I have other things to which I must attend, but meet me on the walls when you are done." Oh, okay, we're gonna have to go to the crafters. Woo! Okay, so, well, I mean, congratulations. We've got a renown. I don't know why I'm sitting on it. Sure. Let's let's give her a touch more armor, a touch more will. Actually, a lot more will. We're just gonna be she can be going full tilt every time. And she still has her old bracelet because armor, strength, and willpower put together. I think that's worth it. And the whetstone, 20% crit chance. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Who else do we have at level 5 that is going to be in the fight? Oh, we got Hakon back. Hey, Hakon, my guy, War Master. Ah, yes, the 3 will per kill, really good for him. Man, this makes party composition difficult because like I still like having Odd in the lineup because she does so much armor break. I guess we'll go ahead and promote Rook on general principle. There we go. Keep his armor up so he can take an incidental hit. We can put him up to 5 as well, but that I think is just a skosh redundant. Because he's doing fine. We're good. The markets are still bad. We knew that. Any good items? Ooh, 20 dodge and +2 strength. That is good. That's really good. That would make Alet hit really hard. Yeah, I think so. For 10 renown, I think 2 strength. I think 2 strength is worth that. It's like, sweetie, we got you a little present. And what have let's see what them crafters got to say. We don't have a lot of other interactions here, so make me an arrow. It takes a while, but you finally find someone willing to craft an arrow for you. He eyes you suspiciously when you show him the silver, but shakes his head and gets started. Alet watches the smith's fire reflecting in her distant stare.
I talked with Ivan a long time while you're gone. He told me a lot about Juno. Is she really as powerful as he said?
It certainly seems that way. If this was anyone else in the conversation, I'd be like, yeah, she might be a little too powerful. Frankly, she's terrifying. Alet don't need that smoke.
Well, that might be the most luck we've had so far. Dad, I think I know what's going to happen now. In arrow, she's going to make you shoot Bellower, isn't she?
I don't know for sure.
Come on, who else is going to do it? Ivor?
Alet, I know where this is going. You're afraid of me dying. This isn't like before. We can't run this time.
That's not what I... Let me do it.
The game didn't crash. This conversation just hit me again harder. I've played this game like twice before, 2 or 3 times, in fact, for the first one. Boy, I know what's coming. And I thought this will be fine. I'm not going to get misty-eyed. I'm familiar. I was wrong. That was self-deception. It was embroidery upon the truth, as it were. What?
Oh, why not? Because you think I'll get hurt?
What do you do when Bellower comes straight for the person holding the only thing that can destroy him?
Let me speak. Everything's changed. Skogar feels so long ago. I'm not asking because I'm afraid of losing you. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Let me do it because you know I'm a better shot. I have a better chance of puncturing his armor. We only have one shot. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not just some girl. I'm your daughter. I can do this. For once, let me decide what happens to me.
Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Uh, she is a better shot. She's better anti-armor. Her special ability, Thread the Arrow, lets her shoot through plate at further range. She makes a compelling case, and she's grown up so fast. There is nothing more heartbreaking than your teenage daughter telling you, "Hey, you know, the way things have been going the past, 3.5 months, I'm not afraid of anything anymore. I don't fear death. I don't fear pain, want, murder, hardship. Yeah, I'm good." Yeah, that's horrific. No, Alette, no, my dear girl, not your burden, not your circus. Hopefully, not your monkeys. She stares into the firelight. You wait for the tears to come to her eyes, but they never do. Just promise. Promise we'll be together. You sit by her side silently until the smith finishes his work. There he is. Juno is in the middle of an animated debate as you approach, the arrow in your hand. There is little time left. Bellower knows we're here. Whether he is waiting for more of his forces to arrive or simply wants to starve us out first, I cannot tell. But he will not expect a direct attack. Yeah, there might be a reason for that. You figure? This is a joke? How are we going to do that? I will take a handful of warriors to face him. I can keep a small group hidden from sight. The rest of you will lead the charge from here. With luck, Bellower has sent his armies away from himself to meet you. What about the ravens? They may protest. They will not. I've arranged a task for them. Even if you make it to Bellower, what chance is there of defeating him? We saw what happened, Einertoff. That thing can't be killed. Juno shows them the arrow you had forged from the Godstone silver. This will make him bleed like the rest of us. Once he is pierced, he will be vulnerable. She looks you in the eyes. We have only one. Do not miss. And bring only those you absolutely need. It will take all my concentration to keep the other dredge from swallowing us up. I cannot join the battle. Well, and if we kill Bellower, then what? The dredge will just wander away? That is my belief, yes. I cannot say for certain. It was a doomed plan. Help us hold out here till the ships are finished. And then what? Bellower will hound our every step all the way to Arbering, where I am certain more Sunder await. Now is the time to speak to loved ones, in the memory of any god that pleases you. Rest. In the morning, we slay asunder. Yeah, I'm glad she's confident. Gosh. The Bellower is the active map thing. That is hardcore. Okay, I guess let's pick our ranks. Who's coming along with this? I do honestly. I do still want Odd, because her armor stripping is so very valuable. And Alet is still a darn good shot, and there'll be plenty of chafe, and we will need to hurt him more at range. I mean, it's a little boring and basic, but I kind of feel like the party we've been running with Ivor and Gunnel is the choice. Hakon is 11. Okay, we could boost Hakon to get him up to like 20 strength with items, and that's tempting. What's his special ability again? Sundering Impact is, the passive. Oh, okay. His attack just hits harder. I mean, that's tempting. I have enough renown to get one more promotion up to 5 if I want to give it to Hakon. I mean, he's already a beast, and that's gonna make him like even tougher. I feel like it's worth it. We can bench Ivor. He won't be happy, but we're going for maximum effectiveness here. Or maybe we'll bench Gunnulf. Tempest is good, but I think Ivor is overall the tougher warrior. A +3 will per kill is good, but not our hugest concern. Although I guess do we necessarily have anything better? $20 crit on a Varl is. I think that's a decent choice. I'm okay with that. And Rook. I mean, okay. I guess we could have spent the level up on Rook instead, but he's got his job. He's fine. What you got, Bellow Man? The silence is what you remember. You rise in silence and walk through empty streets. Upon the wall, two armies stand quietly watching each other. Your footsteps echo on the wooden floorboards as you approach Juno. She breaks the silence. It's time, Juno says. Gather your allies. Today one thing will end, another will begin, and our actions will decide on which side we stand. Very pompous. Guess we kind of expect that from her. Actually, I mean, I guess Egil's pretty good, but I mean, we can take just like heavy Varl lineup here. Spacing will be a little bit difficult, but these boys will be able to stand up to Bellower better than frail humans. And then Luden's like, I was in one fight in the game. Remember me? I'm shocked he's still alive. Yeah, I feel good about this. At least, well enough to, yeah, I think we got a shot. Let's go! Juno putting in work with this mosh pit, like, oh, that's interesting. Are the humans fighting? Still your fear. Listen, I will try to guide you. Okay, so we have our usual concerns that we want. We want Odd to body block where possible. Hakon has to run up on Bellower. That's fine. Alright, let's get into it. He is appropriately enough in the top of the order. We'll see how many people we lose to a stun immediately. Lay down a trap, our preferred opening. Get shoved off the line. Can't use the arrow until there's no chance of missing. So we have to strip Bellower's armor, which is not terribly difficult in and of itself. It's just that he is going to be bellowing at us the whole time. So he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that much. It regenerates, though, I believe, because he's invulnerable and immortal. Okay, Gunelf can still stack a body. An armor hit ain't no thing. Keep the archers safe. Correct, sir. Odd got stunned. I was afraid of that. I don't necessarily want to get Rook that much closer. He will not have a 100% hit chance on those numbers. Do I feel bad about cowering? Yes, but not that bad. Get an armor hidden in, and then we will try to lock down Bellower with Hakon and Ivor. Keep that flank nice and tidy. How's your armor? Not great. Put a let on a wound, which is a fine choice actually, because that guy won't be able to contribute much on counterattack. Yep. Yeah, Bellower will just keep regenerating, but we have got a little something special for him, don't we? Silver arrow. Oh, no, 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 no! I regret nothing! I mean, I regret some things. No! Dad! Please help him! Haste, child! Finish Bellower now! Okay, we are a man down. We still have Odd in the lineup. Rook was broken in half. Kind of squeezed by a giant. A giant. He's really tall. But Rook was also our only casualty, which means we can keep the fight going here on our own terms. Somber though it be,
believe... Yeah, if Bellower's going to go first, he may or may not advance to shout at us. If we can trap him, great. If he screams, I mean, he'll have to walk past us, and yeah, he'll have to walk forward next round. So. No extra assistance for him. Hey, that plus 20 dodge item, really helpful. Oh right, Bellower goes on every initiative in pillage. Damn it, Rook. Not... Yeah, you too.
Dad, get up! Get up, help me! Where are the menders?
Hush, child, look at me. It's been too long. Put up your hood. You are alive, and we must go. You're only barely aware of the surrounding chaos as Dredge flee from Varro warriors who push their advantage. Ayla, become someone else today. It's time to be Ayla another day. I'll carry your father back to the city. He'll be honored properly, I promise you that. Come on now. Juno was right. With Bellower fallen, the Dredge flee into the field of battle. You return to Boersgard, but have almost no memory of doing so, aside from the image of your father's still body being carried in Ivor's arms.
So we should have the time we need to finish the ships.
I think you're right. Dredge don't seem interested in us anymore. Since Bellower fell, they've been going their own way.
The Ravens have been keeping the docks clear. Juno's talking to them about something now. When those longships are ready, we'll be able to sail all the way to Arboring. With luck, before the darkness shows up here.
How far south is it spread?
I couldn't say. Hopefully not far. We'll get the prince back to his home, and Hakon has already decided to come with us.
Not much else to go back to. The two look up as you approach. Ayla, it's nearly time. Soon we'll be ready to leave Boersgard. Find somewhere safe. One ship is done already, at the docks. I had it prepared for Rook.
I don't think I can do this.
Come melee. It's time to honor your father. I'm only tearing up a little. Just a bit. This is that. Yeah, that has been the first game of the Banner Saga. 2012, I believe, for its release. The sequel came out a year and a half, 2 years later. And this is, on its own, a relatively self-contained and, I won't say happy story, but a beautifully tight narrative, even if it leaves off on something of a cliffhanger. The sequel, which I will be picking up with myself, again, somewhat irregularly as time and attention allows, is a very much a direct continuation, which is to say, it is the caravan that you say, hey, we built all these boats, and Game 2 starts on your river journey south-southwest in the direction of Arbering. And let me tell you, Banner Saga 2 and 3 are very different experiences depending on who is your new point of view character. Because it's either Rook or Alet. And if it's Rook, boy oh boy. Guess what different choice was made about who takes the shot at Belleroth. A lot of fun. I'm having a good time playing back through these. So yeah, we'll definitely pick up the next one. Definitely make sure that it is on a higher difficulty, because this was a little easier than I recall from my younger years. But we'll pick up, with 2, and see if we can't make some sense out of the world, where our point of view character will be Alet for the combined caravan, and Boersgard, the terrifying berserker and Varl of the leader of the Ravens, and the mysterious errands that Juno, who is not to be trusted, is going to be sending him on. Looking forward to it. I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough, and check out our usual scheduled time slot every Monday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, at Twitch or YouTube the following day for the Heroic Cat Blaze. And for now, it's been great having you. As ever, looking forward to our next project. So until that time, take care of yourselves. Failing that, take care of each other. It's the only thing that really matters these days. Stay cool out there, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next one.